In this screencast, I'll show you how to make zombies chase your survivor. In our last two screencasts, we've animated our survivor and we've made them turn towards the mouse. We're going to combine the things that we did in the first two screencasts in this one to make our zombies chase the survivor. I need to warn you that ahead of time I've done some work in the zombie class already. If I put a zombie on the screen and I press run, he already animates. If you're following along, you might want to pause the video and get this far. So now to make this zombie actually turn towards the survivor, we need to do a little bit of work in the survivor class. We need to broadcast to all the zombies where our survivor is. So to do that, we'll go in the survivor class and we'll go up top and we'll create two new fields. We're going to create what's called a public static integer, and we're going to call it survivor X and survivor Y. Kind of like what we did for mouse X and mouse Y. The only difference is that we're calling this a static integer, which means that other classes can see it. This is so that our zombies can turn towards the soldier. Now we need survivor X to equal the X coordinates of our survivor and survivor Y to equal the Y coordinates of our survivor. And we need that to update all the time. The act method runs all the time in this class, so that's where we're going to update it. So in here, we can do exactly what we did with the mouse X and mouse Y. We can say that survivor X is going to equal getX. We'll use the getX method to update that integer, and we'll do the same thing for Y. Survivor Y is going to equal getY. This is going to happen all the time, so as our survivor moves, those integers are going to update. We can test this out by compiling our code, running our game for a second, moving our survivor on the screen and pausing it. We can right click on him and inspect it, and we can see that his X coordinates are 548 and his Y coordinate is 383. We can check and see what his survivor X and Y info is, but we need to click show static fields because they're static. So you can see right here that survivor X is 584, so it matches his X coordinate. Survivor Y is 383, so it matches his Y coordinate. So our static integers are doing what we want them to do. So now it's time to make our zombie turn towards that soldier or that survivor and chase him. So we go into the zombie class, and what I would do is I would make a new method. I'm going to call it public void chase survivor. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to just use the turn towards method. So we'll say turn towards. And now we want to use those static integers, but they're located in the survivor class. So to do that, we're going to go capital survivor, because that's the name of our class, dot survivor X. That's for the X coordinate. We'll do the same thing for the Y coordinate. Survivor dot survivor Y. Close that up and use a semicolon. That'll make the zombie turn towards him. And then what we want to do is we want to make the zombie move towards him. So again, we're just going to use the regular move method. To do that, we're going to create a public integer called speed, and zombies are slow, so it's going to be 1. So right here, after he turns towards the survivor, let's make him move speed. Now for him to do that, we need to put chase survivor into the act method. So I will copy this, put it in the act method, add a semicolon at the end, and now this is what our zombie does when he's on the screen. The animation counter counts up. The animation counter gets checked to see if it's a multiple of 6. If it is, it animates, and then he will chase the survivor, which is turn towards the survivor and then move speed. So we can compile this, close it, drop a zombie onto the world, and press run, and he should turn towards the survivor, which he does, and move towards him at 1. You can see that he follows me all the way around the screen. What's really nice about object-oriented programming is that that's what all zombies do. So if I dropped a whole bunch of zombies on the screen, no matter where they are, they're going to turn towards the survivor and move towards him. So I press run, they turn towards him, and they move. So that's how you can make zombies chase your survivor.